Good day and welcome to this presentation. I would like to give you an opportunity to have a wonderful future by sharing with you an amazing investment that you can do today with your life. I do have to give a disclaimer and say I'm not a financial advisor in any way. This isn't an official presentation from the company. This is just something that I've done on my own to share with you an amazing opportunity that I've learned, and I would like to have the same for you and for your future generations. Now, why would I like to share with you? Because of where the future is going. We all know where we've come from and how money has evolved over the years. And we're leading up to the fourth industrial revolution, which is cryptocurrency. But what is cryptocurrency and how can it benefit you? The difference between cryptocurrency and fiat currency is physical money that you can have in your hand, where cryptocurrency is just a bunch of numbers in the air in a way. So when we talk about currencies, normally we talk about different kinds in terms of euro, pound, dollar, and things like that. Now, with cryptos, you also have differences like that in terms of Bitcoins, Ethereum, Zcash. You have different kinds of currencies as well. The nice thing about cryptocurrency is it's not controlled by the government or by banks. And so because of that, we can have more independence and control over our own finances. There is a limited supply of the different cryptos, meaning that the value of it goes up, not where like the government can keep printing money and devaluing it. This shows you the difference between the value of your currency or the value of cryptocurrency, how it just becomes more. The nice thing about cryptocurrency is if you were to do a bank transfer or a transfer from one country to another, it would have to go through a Western Union or something like that, where you have to give your passport or ID and all those kind of things. But with cryptocurrencies, you just click on the button, push pay, it sends it over to somebody else. Your fees are a fraction of the cost of what the banks charge, and you don't need to have your ID, passport, and all these people knowing what you're doing with your money. That's nice about cryptos. Cryptos gives you the independence to do with your money how you want, wherever you want. But how does it work? How is cryptocurrency made and generated? Now, the original crypto that was made was called Bitcoin. Now, how it works is every 10 minutes, there is a photo taken of pretty much like your bank statement. It looks similar to that in terms of there's a picture taken and all those transactions that happen in that time gets verified. And each time it gets verified, that is how it's done independently. It's done through different computers. So each time a transaction takes place, it goes through a computer. The computer does all over the world. These computers do math sums and calculates to make sure that there really is that amount of Bitcoins in person A's wallet being sent to person B. When they verify it, they verify that transaction in that block of time. Then it gets added to the blockchain. And in that way, it's very safe and secure, because if somebody wanted to go and hijack that money, they would have to go through the blockchain back in history and change all the others before that. And because of that, they can't do that, and that is why it's safe. That is why many companies, like jewelry companies, diamond companies, use the blockchain, because it's safe to track and trace what is being done. That's why cryptos are so safe, because you can't hack the system. You can't change the transactions that were done all over the times. You probably know or have heard of mining in terms of that is how Bitcoins are made. When they verify these transactions, the computers are paid a certain amount. So a lot of people went out when it started, they went and bought these miners and they thought this is the way it's going to help them. The more Bitcoins they're mining, the more money they have, and this is amazing. But the problem is that with electricity costs and all these things, it costs more money to mine the Bitcoins, meaning verify these transactions and then get paid for that, than actually buying the Bitcoins itself. So if somebody comes and tells you that they're making lots of money with mining, unless they were donated the machines and it's running on solar, they're not actually making money, because it just costs too much. So some of the cryptos are mined like this. They get paid verification amounts, and others are different. There's different ways of creating cryptocurrencies. Now, if you look here, you can look at the history of Bitcoins over the last years, the different lows that they had and how it has grown over the years. At the beginning of 2020, when they transitioned, you could have seen all over the news that Bitcoin was the biggest investment that was done over the last decade, and it will continue to be a great investment into the future. The problem, though, is that it's not always easy for everybody to buy Bitcoins or hold on to it. And if they need some of that money, they have to sell some of it, reducing the amount of Bitcoins that they have. But that's not a problem. Today, I'm going to show you how you can still make cryptocurrencies work for you and help you benefit from it. And then you tell me, but Bitcoins might not be a legal tender in your country. That means that you can't go into the shop and buy bread with Bitcoins. But there are many places where you actually can go and use Bitcoins to buy. You can buy all kinds of things all over the world. Not in every country, but even if it isn't a legal tender, meaning you can't go into your local shop and buy bread with it, it doesn't mean it's illegal. It just means that the government is still working on in terms of how to regulate taxing and all those things of the cryptos, which at the moment cannot really be taxed unless you declare it in some countries. Bill Gates said the secret of success in business is in detecting where the world will go and getting there first. Just like with COVID pandemic, everybody saw that it was going towards masks and PPE. So those people who bought and sold masks right in the beginning, they made the big money. Now, yes, we've been into cryptos for a number of years, but there are still billions of people all over the world who have never heard of cryptos, which means you can still make lots of money with cryptos. There is a way of working hard and there is a way of working smart in terms of you can either keep buying cryptos and 20, 30 years from now when you sell it, you'll have lots of money, or there's a different way that you can make it grow without having to buy more. And I'd like to show you the easy way how to do that. Are you up for that? In terms of cryptos, it's not always everywhere easy to buy Bitcoins. In the beginning, 5 years ago, it wasn't so easy. In some countries, you had to do all kinds of documentation and things like that to buy it. And so in terms of that, there had to be a way to make things easier. And through different forms of trial and error, Mr. Botha found a way to come and make it easier, to make it that everybody can buy cryptos and sell cryptos. And through starting that is where Uhuru Tribe was born, in terms of making cryptos accessible to people who didn't have it. Because Uhuru means freedom to do with your money what you want, wherever you want, whenever you want. And that's the heart of it. And then through that, as it evolved, it became CBI. Now, CBI is an ecosystem that is controlled by the CBI Association. In order for anybody to participate in CBI, they have to buy in with BTC, Ethereum, or CBIs. And that can be done through the CBIX site, which is a crypto exchange site that is registered in South Africa and an Estonian registered company as well, with a wallet license in Estonia. CBI Global is a private-owned Cyprus-based company, and it's responsible for the creation of information and educational materials as well as investment tools. And CBI, crypto-based innovation, is what's going to help you make the most of the fourth industrial revolution as a wealth creator, because we want to help you create your own wealth. We encourage independence and entrepreneurship through crypto and blockchain applications. We do not make any promises or encourage false expectations regarding income generation. I can share with you the history, but it doesn't mean what has happened in the past is necessarily going to happen in the future. So the mission of CBI is championing the fourth industrial revolution in developing nations through information, education, and training of innovative strategies for wealth creation through crypto-based innovation applications. This is just a screenshot of one of the sites where you can see it's been running for almost 1,000 days and how money has gone in and out. Now, this is not the site overall, it's just the cash plan investment where people have put money in. And most sites that are legit don't last that long. So this just want to share with you like an open statistic that is online that you can go and see. Since it started, people from all over the world have joined. All the yellow blocks are where people from different countries have become a part of CBI, and we'd love for you to become a part of CBI as well and join this fourth industrial revolution. Now, CBI, you can participate in different forms in terms of cash, fractions, trade, the coin exchange, or the CBI X7. There are different income streams. You've got a passive income stream or a business income stream. With the passive income stream, you can invest with cash, fractions, trade, or CBI X7. I'm going to explain each of the different ones for you so that you can understand more of what they do. So with cash, there is a fixed interest rate that is given 5 days a week, and it gets paid out every single Sunday. And these are investments that are over a period of time. So you can see here's 13 weeks, 25 weeks, or 40 weeks. There's another one of 53 weeks. And the nice thing is that this one is guaranteed interest that is given out. Every single Sunday it gets paid out, except on Plan A that gets paid out at the end. So if you are skeptical and you're unsure and you know at the end of the month you want a fixed income, then cash is going to give you that fixed income at the end of every single month. Now we have fractions as well. Fractions is what is paid out over 1,000 days starting on day 11. Why? Because when masternodes was discovered, we realized that masternodes is a great way of making money. Masternodes is just a little bit more advanced than mining and so on. But the problem is you need to start capital with about 300,000 Rand to start. And not everybody can afford 300,000 Rand. And so it was split up that people could buy in at smaller amounts. And that's why it was a fraction of that amount. That's why it's called fractions. But that isn't the only way that fractions create an income. There are different ways of that the fractions make. Everything is made differently. I will explain how the interest is created soon, but for now I would just like to explain that fractions pay out over 1,000 days every Friday an amount, and then at the end of 1,000 days you will get a lump sum, which is the compounded amount that is shown here. And so that's how fractions work. The coin exchange is where you can buy cryptos or sell cryptos to participate in CBI. And then we have trade. Now, the nice thing about trade is that you don't have to trade. The company trades for you. You just put your money in and it compounds weekly. If you look here, you'll see the dates. They start at the beginning of the week. We go from Monday to Monday, and then you get paid a profit every single Monday, and that gets added to your total amount. And in that way, it compounds every single week. Now, the nice thing is that any Monday, you can withdraw just your interest, a part, or your entire investment that you've put in. So let's say you wanted to go on honeymoon in 3 months from now, or a holiday, you could put it in for 3 months, and then the week before you go, you could withdraw everything, which is nice about trade, as well as the fact that it compounds weekly, meaning you don't get a fixed amount. It goes up as the markets go and as the cryptos go. And because of that compounding, it grows much, much quicker. Now, you can also be aware that there is a fee that you could pay if you are not a wealth creator. And that fee is 0.5% of the total amount that is invested. With the CBI X7, the CBI X7 is a token that has been created that contains the top 7 crypto coins. If you wanted to buy and hold crypto coins and didn't know which ones to buy, CBI has created a token that buys them in different percentages for you, and then you don't have to worry about all of that. This is a longer term investment. You can buy or sell any amount or all of the amount anytime, just like you would buy and sell normal cryptos. It's the same. And so it doesn't have to be in for a fixed amount of time. And that's the nice thing about the CBI X7. But because it's crypto, it's a longer investment. I would look at this something like 3 or 5 years or longer. It would outdo any of the other investments. Now, I would like to show you a slight comparison here between the different products. I went and I did some research. Generally, you get about 5, 6, 7% at the bank annually. And in South Africa, I saw a billboard that said 13%. Now, it's not what you get here. In Namibia, I know you get about 5 to 7% annually. So this is the best that I could have found anywhere. And so if you were to put 4,000 Rand in at that particular bank at 13% annually, after 3 years, you'd have 5,700. At the post office with 10%, you'd have about 4,888. With fractions, your 4,000 would pay, it currently pays at about 5% monthly. And so after your 1,000 days, it would be worth about 10,500 that you would receive out. Now, depending on the markets, it can go up. It can go up and down. There's no fixed. That's why this is plus minus. It's not a fixed amount that you're getting out. And because cryptos can go up quite a lot, I know some of you probably heard how Bitcoin has climbed sometimes a lot, or Ethereum has climbed sometimes a lot. So it doesn't mean that it's like a fixed 5%. It depends on the markets and how they grow. So that could be more, it could be less. With the cash, that is a fixed percentage that you're getting out. You're getting out about, this I took on plan 3, which is the 40-week period. And I did this for 3 times to do over the same 1,000-day period of fractions. After those 1,000-day period, your 4,000 would have grown to about just over 12,000. With the FX trade, if you were also to put in 4,000, and it gave you an average of about 1.5% weekly. Because of the compounding, after that same 1,000-day period, that 4,000 would be about 16,267 because of the compounding that takes place, which is really nice. Now, if you are a wealth creator and you don't have to pay that 0.5% fee, then your amount would grow more and be about 32,000. And that sounds insane, but that 0.5% really makes a difference. And the nice thing is with trade, you can start with as little as 500 Rand and you can grow it from there. I could read you all these amazing testimonials, or I could show you some pictures of what people have bought with their money. You know, people buy things that they need, or I've heard of how many stories of parents paying for their children's monthly fun gym, swimming, karate, and all these kind of things because of what CBI has done for them. In the lower right-hand corner, you'll see is a PlayStation. It was a young teenage boy that was able to buy his PlayStation with the money from CBI, or birthday parties and things that are needed. How is that done? Now, let me tell you that you can put your money in passively and let it grow for you and walk away if you don't have the time to do more with it. But if you'd like to increase your income that you're making, there is a business side of it where you can create money through interest, educators' fees, group bonuses, and regular bonuses. There is monthly costs involved. Now, to participate in CBI, you need to become a member. It's pretty much like website fees, if I can call it like that, which costs currently 75 cents UHC. It's about 10 Rand a month, or about 100 Rand a year that you would pay to use the site. If you wanted to make more money and not pay that 0.5% on trade, then you would become a wealth creator. Now, a wealth creator pays 30 UHC a month, and then they don't have to pay that trade fee, as well as earn educators' fees. Now, 1 UHC is about 15 Rand, meaning when you buy in, it costs you 15.3. When you sell, you get 14.7 at it. So that's the current exchange of a UHC. Now, what is an educator's fee and how does it work? An educator's fee is a fee that you get paid for educating other people about CBI and helping them in CBI. When it says here, these are the different percentages. These are the percentages that are paid out on the amount paid out per product. So the different products have different amounts. Like, I can give you an example. A fraction gives out an amount of 2.5 UHC per fraction. That is the amount of educator's fee that is paid. So somebody who bought fractions that you shared fractions with, you would get 70% of that 2.5 UHC. The next level above you would get 10% of that 2.5, and so on. That's how it works for 10 levels down only. But it doesn't mean that you can only have 10 levels. You can have unlimited underneath you. Now, then you say, if we're going underneath each other, this is a Ponzi or pyramid. No, it's not. You can have as many people directly underneath you in terms of affiliate. So it's like affiliate marketing. You can have 1 million directly underneath you. But the nice thing is that you can have teams going and you can earn an educator's fee down till 10 levels. Then you say, but if that's the case, you people are making money on somebody else bringing money in underneath me. No, it's not the case. When you put in money passively, it grows and gives interest on its own. When you become a wealth creator and you help somebody else, then you can earn an educator's fee on that. So that is above the interest that is being paid. So in terms of that, if the educator's fees were taken out completely, everybody would still earn the interest of the amount of money wherever they put it in. So then you say, okay, but what is this helpful for me? I'm coming in here at the end and, I'm not going to make anything of it. But I can tell you that's not the case. There are people who are a number of levels underneath me making more money than I am. I'm making more money than the person directly above me. So depending on your direct amount of affiliates that you have, that you've educated and how much they've put in, you're going to make more than people above you. So you get paid for the amount for the work that you do. I can also read you all these amazing testimonials, but I think pictures speak more than 1,000 words. Here you can see on the top, that laptop was bought through with CBI. This car was bought. The food here for donations for a soup kitchen. Jewelry for a birthday party. And these cars, they told me the story of the white car was paid from one person in CBI over to somebody else in CBI. So that money didn't even go through a bank. It wasn't, nobody saw it or anything. It just went from one member to another. And that's really nice about the system. This other laptop at the bottom was bought. This little red car. I mean, the student who was able to receive the car, their monthly fees in terms of accommodation, petrol, food, everything is paid off of CBI every single month, which for me is amazing. Now, how can you get these group bonuses? So we have our different levels are called stars. You get a 1-star, 2-star, and so on. And for each star that you rank, you can get a bonus every single month for that. It's called a group bonus. And so your production bonus that you also get on top of this level bonus or group bonus is if you... At the end of the month, the percentage of the monthly declared profits are shared equally amongst each level. So 1-stars get a certain amount, there's an amount given out shared between all the different stars. So if there's 50 1-stars, then that amount gets shared between 50 1-stars. If there's 10 2-stars, then the same amount gets shared between the 10 2-stars, if that makes sense. And then if you maintain that level for 3 months in a row, you get an extra bonus, which is called a founder's bonus, and that's given out every single month. So these amounts, these two bonuses, group bonuses, they vary every month, the production and founder's bonus, depending on the percentage of monthly declared profits. So they can go up and down. Now, how do you get these group benefits every single month? So to become a 1-star, you need to have 4 wealth creators underneath you. Anyway, it doesn't matter how they sit. And so these 4 wealth creators need to pay that 30 UHC every month. And of those 4, you need to have 2 directly underneath you, and you need to own 2 fractions to get a monthly bonus of 15 UHC or CBIs. To become a 2-star, you'll need 25 wealth creators. And of those 25 wealth creators, 4 of them need to be 1-stars. You need to have 4 1-stars to become a 2-star. And then of those 25, 4 of them needs to be directly underneath you, and you need to have 6 fractions to get a bonus of 60 every single month. So this is how you see it grows. So the next level, 125 wealth creators, you need to have 4 2-stars. Have of those 125, 6 needs to be directly underneath you, and you need to have 22 fractions. And then you get this bonus every single month. This is a fixed bonus you get every single month. The others are up and down depending on the profits. Richard Branson said, if somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, but you're not sure you can do it, just say yes and then learn how to do it later. So how is CBI able to create and make these kind of interests every single month where you can't get somewhere else? So CBI increases your money through buying of ICOs, selling it, masternodes, trading of cryptos. It spreads its investments in different areas so that when it's making money on the side, even if it's losing on the other side, it balances each other out, that there is interest every single week. An example is with trade. The worst we ever did was when the markets crashed in the beginning of COVID and we got 0.8% interest for the week. Even at 0.8%, that's over 40% interest a year, which is amazing. So in terms of that, the company spreads the money, that it grows in different places. And because cryptos are so volatile, they go up quite high or quite low overnight, you can make much higher interest than on regular stocks or regular gold or something like that. Unless something drastic happens in the market, cryptos are more volatile, and so because of that, your interest rates are higher. But also the other thing is the fact that Mr. Botha wants to give you the absolute most interest that he can possibly do. Whereas the banks, they make millions and billions of profit every single year because they keep all the interest for themselves. They give you the absolute minimum that you can be happy with. I mean, how in the world does FNB in Namibia make 700 million profit in a country where there's only 2 million people and not everybody uses that one bank? So in terms of that, here we want to help you and create your better future. It's not about being stingy and making money for ourselves. It's about every single one of us making money, everybody. And that's how CBI is creating the money, the kinds of interest that it is. So what now? You can sign up, you can invest and let your money grow for you, or you can make it a business and increase your own income. Why? Because there's so many people that I've heard stories of, that are so happy with their money that they're making. Here's some more pictures of people that have gone on holidays, gone to events, and done all kinds of wonderful things with the income that they make from CBI, which would not have been possible without CBI. Regular people like me, stay-at-home moms, people who have businesses, farmers, everybody has realized, I know with the farmers particularly, that in terms of owning cows, you don't know whether the drought is coming, whether there's rain or not, and the cows die of disease, they're being stolen, they're being killed and so on. And a lot of farmers are putting their money in here because of the fact that they know every single week their money is growing and they don't have to worry about the rain, whether it's coming or not. So number one is to register. You'll get a link like this at the bottom, and make sure that the person who helped you, that their affiliate ID and their name is in that area, and then that they can help you grow your income, that you can become independent and not have to worry about your future, whether there's another COVID coming or whatever the case may be. Speaking of COVID, I know somebody who, because of the tourism industry going down, they had to shut down their business and they sold everything in their business and they put that money here and they live off the interest every month of that money. If they didn't do that, they wouldn't have a house, a roof over their head and food in their tummy because of what CBI is doing and how it's helping them. I would absolutely love to help you live the same kind of lifestyle. You can start with a small amount and let it grow.